Hello and welcome to Brainy Gardener. Today it is all about how to grow and care for the nerve plant. The nerve plant is a species of flowering perennial. It originated from South America but can now be found worldwide. The leaves are usually dark green with starkly contrasting white or red veins, growing up to 4 inches long. While the plant also produces flowers, it rarely happens indoors. And when it does, gardeners usually pinch off the newly forming buds, since they're insignificant and only detract from the beauty of the leaves. Nerve plant is mainly used as an indoor plant in pots. However, it can easily serve as a ground cover in regions with warm winter climates. It naturally covers the surface with lateral growth, creeping over slowly but surely. Dwarf versions of these plants are suited to be planted in terrariums. Caring for this plant is not easy. It requires a hands-on approach to gardening and can't survive neglect. The nerve plant does not do well in direct sun. Therefore, plant it in a spot where it will not receive direct sunlight at any point during the day. While windowsills can work, make absolutely sure that they don't get direct sunlight. Sunburn is a genuine concern. Shady spots like in a central location in a living room do pretty well. Bathrooms or kitchens can help alleviate humidity concerns if other areas are too dry. They are also famously suited to be grown in a terrarium. Watering this plant is a balancing act. Give moderate water from spring to autumn, but keep the soil barely moist in winter. Don't let it dry out, and don't let the water stagnate. The plant will completely wilt and appear to be dead if underwatered, but give it water, and it will revive itself. The recommended watering schedule is 2 times a week. The nerve plant is a tropical perennial that needs warm temperatures to survive. It needs protection from cold weather to grow well and remain healthy, so keeping it in a warm room or greenhouse is best for its health. Optimal temperatures are between 60 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Since it's native to tropical forests, it needs high humidity environments to survive. Maintaining a proper humidity level around this plant is why caring for this plant is considered problematic. You can increase the humidity by placing it next to a humidifier. Misting it with water often or using a tray of wet pebbles can also help to maintain a high level of humidity. Nerve plant does not require large amounts of fertilizers but may benefit from applications of balanced liquid fertilizer applied every month or so during active growth. Stem cuttings are a simple and easy means of propagating nerve plants. Take in the cutting in late spring or early summer. At the same time you repot the plant. It's essential to use a sharp knife that's sterile to remove a section of stem with at least 2 leaves attached. Also, make sure that the cut is made directly below a node, where the new roots will form. You can place cuttings directly into moist soil. Implant the cuttings base into a pot with a peat-based soil mixture. Although using a rooting hormone is not normally necessary, it may improve your chances of success if your conditions are unfavorable, meaning too cool or too dry. The soil should remain damp, but not wet once the cutting has been potted up. The soil should be able to retain some moisture, but should also drain well. Roots should start to develop in 2 to 3 weeks. Potting nerve plants is pretty straightforward. Any standard potting mix will do, provided it maintains a balance of draining well and retaining a little bit of moisture. Adding in more organic matter also helps. If the plant is growing in too small a pot, it's time to repot it. This allows the roots to grow, giving them more opportunities to absorb water and nutrients from the soil, keeping them happy and healthy. To do this, dig around the pot with a knife to help loosen the soil. Then pull on the root ball. It should come right out. Next, gently clean the roots and plant them in the bigger container. Stamp lightly to help the soil settle down. And you've successfully repotted your plant. This plant is non-toxic to humans, dogs, cats, and horses. The most common pests of the nerve plant are aphids, mealybugs, and spider mites. If you see signs that your plant is infected, use a mild-strength insecticide immediately. Also, try rubbing alcohol on a cotton swab. It often works wonders.